So you have decided to use LinkedIn to find a job, and there are many different kind of things that you have to make sure with LinkedIn so that you can increase the likelihood to exactly do that. And today I'm going to share with you 5 different tips that you can incorporate immediately and improve the likelihood to get more job opportunities over LinkedIn. So if you're on LinkedIn and somebody's searching for your profile, then the first thing that they're gonna check out is your profile picture. So that's tip number 1. Make sure that your profile picture is professional, because LinkedIn is a very B2B area, so you would like to as well present yourself business-like. So that is a very important thing, to make sure that your picture is as well very professional. Make sure you're dressed well, you have a white background, for example, and then you take you just make a picture. It doesn't need to be at a professional Photoshop studio or anything like that. You can as well do a good professional picture with an iPhone. You can as well download a free app. It's called Photoshop Express if you're using an iPhone, and that will give as well a very similar quality to your picture. So just make sure that it's professional and you have a good background picture. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is make sure that your headline is relevant to the position that you're looking for. Now, I don't recommend, because I see this very often, where really great candidates with high profiles, what they write in the headline is, I am looking for a job or looking for new opportunities or something like that. Now, I don't recommend to use that in the headline. What I do recommend is to write down the position that you're looking for and as well the industry. For example, electrical engineer for architecture, or electrical engineer for retail, or could be as well key account manager for digital businesses. Okay, so put your role and then the specific industry for what you are trying to apply for. Okay, so make sure that you use that. And then tip number 3 is your experience. In your experience, you have the ability, you actually can write down your whole biography over there. You can write down your CV basically over there, your experience. And yes, it is important to write down your role, the position where you were working at, the companies, and as well the activities. And what I do recommend is to make sure that the position that you use is easy, understandable for the marketplace. What do I mean by that? Well, maybe in your contract is written a role, like a position, that is very hard to identify on the marketplace. So you will have to adapt that position in a way so that it's perceived, so it's understood by the marketplace. For example, if I use the role customer success consultant and it's written down in the contract, then maybe not everybody will understand what it means. But if you write, for example, key account manager or e-commerce consultant, then that is far more easier to understand, and then is actually seen, oh, okay, he's a professional or she's a professional in this area. So make sure that you write down the roles in your experience area, so that it has relevance to the role that you're applying for, okay? And is congruent with the activities that you're doing. So it's not like a clickbait role position or something like that, but it's actually congruent and you can back up that position, okay? So that's tip number 3. Make sure to have in your experience that you write down the right position, okay? If you have any questions about that, simply comment below. And if you write a good question over there, maybe I can answer directly in the question in the comment section, or maybe I even can make another video about that. Okay, so I would like to as well have the things very good clarified over here. Now, the 4th point that you have to make sure is your skills. Okay, so on LinkedIn you have the ability, I guess it's up to 50 skills you can write down. And make sure as well to use up all the 50 skills. And you would like to use the skills in these 3 areas. The first one is your industry skills, okay? So you write down the industries that you're good at. And then you write down as well your soft skills. What are you really good at within your industry, okay? And then the 3rd one would be, for example, your technical skills, okay? So in the technical skills, you write down the software that you normally use for this role, etc. So like this, you build up a very high relevance to your position that you're looking for. Okay. If you have the opportunity, ideally you can get those skills endorsed by your friends or colleagues, for example. But that's a very important point over here. Okay. So make sure as well to write down all the skills that are relevant. And the top 3 are, of course, the top 3 skills over here. They are relevant, the most relevant to your role that you're applying for. Now, the 5th point, the 5th tip that I recommend that you make sure is try to get referrals. Try to get recommendations for your profile, like testimonials for your profile, not referrals, testimonials for your profile. And there is the ability on LinkedIn where you can just ask to some of your people in your network, ideally coworkers, and so that they write for you a testimonial on how you are as at this kind of role, for example. So 2 to 3 testimonials will be great, and that will build up a lot your credibility. If you're asking yourself, okay, how to write this kind of testimonial, I mean, there is a lot of things you can Google at, and then you can find different kind of paths. And in fact, I'm gonna actually create a whole playlist on LinkedIn. There'll be more LinkedIn videos I'm gonna be creating. So make sure to subscribe as well to my YouTube channel so that you can as well make sure as well to get as well those videos as well. So that's what I recommend, to have as well testimonials on your profile so that you have a really professional profile. The rest of the things, yes, background picture, yes, you can as well, description about yourself, that is all important details. But these 5 tips, they're the most relevant. Okay, so in summary, make sure that you have a professional profile picture. You actually have a really relevant headline. You also have, in your experience, the right positions. And number 4, your skills, your skill sets that you put inside there are also relevant. And number 5, ask for recommendations from your network so that you actually increase your credibility and therefore the likelihood to get a job on LinkedIn. So if you found this video very helpful, then share it with a friend or with a colleague so they as well can improve their LinkedIn profile. And otherwise, subscribe to my YouTube channel to receive more awesome tips and career advice for talents like you.